Hey everyone, it is tea time with the diva. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, because we're going to get into it. This tea time is dedicated to Tamar Braxton. They're saying that Tamar Braxton owes the IRS over $2 million. One thing I will never understand is why these celebrities think they can ignore the IRS. You may be able to ignore Target. You may be able to ignore a Walmart bill. Hey, you may be able to ignore your American Express. But if I could give anybody any advice, never ignore the IRS, because they will come for you with a vengeance. And at the end of the day, they can lock you up for unpaid taxes. It seems crazy, it seems insane, but yes, they can. And if you do not ignore them and make a payment plan with them, they will work with you. But they seem to get vicious when you ignore them. And it seems like for years, Tamar Braxton has ignored her tax bill and now is coming back to bite her in the booty. And she better get a lawyer and make some arrangements. I don't know how much they're making for this reboot of the Braxton Family Values, but she should tell the IRS, every check I get from that show, I will give it to you to pay back my back taxes. Please work with me, because she messed around too long. They may just lock her up. Listen, there's been plenty of celebrities that did jail time over taxes that they owed. So Braxton Family Values star Tamar Braxton is accused of owing 2.4 million in back taxes. Tamar Braxton was hit with two separate tax liens accusing her of owing over $2 million to the IRS. In Touch can exclusively report. According to official records obtained by In Touch, the Internal Revenue Service filed the first lien against Tamar 47 on July 13, 2023. Uncle Sam claimed Tamar failed to pay a total of $2.2 million. I just rounded off. The lien said she owed for 2015 about $682,000, 2016 $638,000, 2017 $535,000, and 2020 $286,000, and 2021 $58,000. Good gosh almighty, how much did she make during those years that her tax bill was that high? And see, probably if she filed, she might not have owed that much if she filed and got the right accountant, and maybe there could have been a lot more stuff she was able to write off, and her bill wouldn't have been that high, and she could have paid it. That's insanity. The lien listed Tamar's address as a 4-bedroom. Sometimes the people that write these articles, it's like they don't even proofread, because they said 4-bedroom, 3-bedroom. I think they meant 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 3,199 square foot home in Atlanta, Georgia. The home was purchased in 2022 for $1.3 million. A second lien was filed on January the 5th. The IRS said Tamar failed to pay 213, it looks like 213,000 about, for her 2022 taxes. The total for the two liens comes to $2,414,000, a little bit over that, right? $675.72. The IRS has yet to file a release of either lien. Like many Americans, I was in negotiations with the IRS to resolve discrepancies from a few years. I want to clarify that I have been and still am in full compliance and have recently reached an agreement with the IRS. It is not uncommon when you have several companies and make a lot of revenue. Let's move on to the next topic, Tamar wrote on Instagram after being contacted for a comment by In Touch Weekly. The Braxton family faced financial issues for years. Tamar's sister, Toni Braxton, famously filed bankruptcy twice. She first filed in 1998 after cutting ties with her second record label, Arista Records. She sued the label seeking to terminate her record deal. The bankruptcy came up despite Toni, 56, selling over $188 million in record sales. She claims she had no money due to an unfavorable contract. In 2010, Toni filed for bankruptcy a second time. She listed debts of $18 million and $1.6 million in access in the Chapter 7, according to reports. Toni had her debt discharged in 2011. Tamar's other sister, Tawanda Braxton, filed for bankruptcy in 2019. She lists assets in amount of $277,000 and liabilities totaling $547,000. In the paperwork, Tawanda 50 said her debts included a $35,000 loan from her sister. The majority of the debt was related to her Georgia home and debt owed to a former landlord. The landlord opposed the debt from being discharged. Um, Listen, everybody got to do things differently, and I get that. And you can't just keep, giving out your money, giving out your money, giving out your money. But if it was my sister and I had it, I'm just saying, if I had it, right, um, I would just give her the $35,000 and not loan it to her. But listen, you got to do what you got to do. So I'm not judging here. I'm just telling you, if I had it, I would, and it's my sister, I would just say, just keep it, girl. That's that, right? Now, don't keep coming back to me every other month or every year talking about you need 50, you need 100, you need $1 million. But if you're in a bad way at this moment and you need $35,000 and I have it, I wouldn't loan it to you. I would just give it to you. The case dragged on for years. A federal judge dismissed the case in December 2022. On top of her family money woes, Tamar's ex-husband, Vince Herbert, has been hit with several lawsuits over the past couple of years. Tamar filed for divorce from Vince in October 2017 after 9 years of marriage. The exes share a son named Logan. Last year, Vince was ordered to pay $68,000 in a lawsuit over alleged jewelry debt. He was previously ordered to pay $3 million to Sony Music in a legal battle. I think the other thing with celebrities too, you definitely, this is probably for anybody. If you start going into a tax bracket and making more money than you ever made before in your life, and perhaps you are going to be first generation wealth, and there are a lot of frauds out there, so you do have to be careful. But it would be advisable that you get an accountant that you can trust to help you navigate, one, paying your taxes, two, where you should put this money and how you should invest your money so that you're not just squandering your money away. The Braxton family has been dealing with the loss of their sister, Tracy Braxton. Tracy died in March 2022 at the age of 50. We have come to a time where we must inform the public that after a year of privately undergoing a series of treatment for esophageal cancer, our beloved Tracy Braxton has gone on to glory. Tracy's husband, Kevin, said. Tony spoke out about the loss at the time. It is with my utmost regret that we inform you of the passing of our sister Tracy. Needless to say, she was a bright light, a wonderful daughter, an amazing sister, a loving mother, wife, grandmother, and a respected performer. We will miss her dearly. Tracy passed this morning as the snow was falling. Our angel is now a snowflake. Oh, that was a cute message that Tony wrote back when Tracy passed. So Tamar told us, move on, mind your business. I've been working with the IRS to figure this thing out. I'm saying Tracy, but I meant to say Tamar. So Tamar pretty much said, I've been working with the people to figure this thing out. So she's trying to say, mind your business, okay? So when In Touch reached out to her, she said, don't worry. Now, I do believe she perhaps probably might be in talks with them, and that's why they didn't physically release the lien yet. They just said they have them. And I'll go to, let me see. I'll go to her Instagram so we can see her posts. So it seems that Ryan Newman, okay, and she tags him, okay, from at Life and Style Weekly magazine, finds it newsworthy that, like many Americans, I was in negotiations with the IRS to resolve discrepancies from a few years. I want to clarify that I have been and still am in full compliance and reached an agreement with the IRS. It is not uncommon when you have several companies and make a lot of revenue. Let's move on to the next topic. Hashtag next, okay? And then she says, at the person who first called her about, the news or the information about the IRS, she said, want y'all to know, as if it's anyone's business, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, shaking my head. It's actually at In Touch Weekly which is the worst because they don't even put black people on the cover. Shaking my head. So somebody put, now you're trying to make this racial. Honey, you're a celebrity. Every celebrity, black or white, who has issues with the IRS has been reported on. Whoever wrote this, they are 100% correct. You had no problems talking about other people's money problems when you were with Vince, but yet you think you should be exempt. Well, that person is speaking 100% facts, right? I don't think this is a black and white issue. I think this is simply because you are a celebrity, you owe the IRS, and this is what they do. They talk about these things. Glad to know that you said you are in talks with the IRS to figure this tax bill out. Hopefully, you can figure out a way to make a payment plan to pay this $2.4 million back. I wish Tamar Braxton well. And yes, they do. I don't think this is a black white thing. I think this is an IRS thing you owe, and they felt they was going to talk about it. Listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next video.